What's going on, everyone? And welcome back. I hope everybody's having a great day. Folks, got a cool video for you. Now, this is from Sol 803. My problem is I never put on the photo, whether it's Curiosity or Perseverance. So, this was on these photos because I made like a small stitch photo, like a little pan type thing. And it was on my external hard drive. So I don't know which one it was and how old it is. Now, I want to show you something interesting on either or of them, meaning Curiosity or Perseverance and Sol 803. This is what's funny. Once I looked up, I ran into a problem, like an error. I'm like, okay. And I'll show you that in a second. The other thing, the main thing of this photo, or the photos that I'm going to show you, is really, really wild. You can see what looks like objects on this ridge, right? As I get into the foreground, things really change. There's lines there, and what I pull out of there is really, really interesting. I think you guys are going to like this. Let's just jump right into it. Okay, so you can see right here, we have mars.nasa.gov, right? And we have Perseverance. You can see Mars Perseverance, raw image of the week, right? We can go down here, and you can see the many photos. And I believe there's 3 pages of this. Yes, there is. There's 1 of 3. Now, if I was to go backward, because I'm originally looking for Sol 803, and you can see it right here. There's 1 right here, Perseverance 803, left navigation camera, or NavCam. Now, right here it says more images from 803, or the left NavCam. Now, if I put 803 on this Perseverance page, again, you can see 0. Now, you can see it right here, all of the photos, like I said. Now, let's go to Curiosity. Now, this was a sky photo. I'm not sure why they do this. This is just silliness, but it appears to be a sky photo because when you look into it with a magnifier, you can see like little stars, what it looks like. Okay, so to the right of that photo, we have more like this. Let's go ahead and click on Sol 803. 403 forbidden. Access denied, access denied. Okay, let's go to the instrument mass left just below that. 403 forbidden. What's going on here? I'm a little confused. It's almost like they're trying to just get rid of all of the past photos of Curiosity Rover. Thank God people like me actually have stuff like this on their hard drive. Problem with it is, how do I show you folks the link? How do I give you the link to it? It's almost impossible. But we're still going to try to find it and make sure you guys have it. So maybe after the video, I'll try to find this thing and go ahead and post it. I wouldn't hold your breath because I've already tried to find it, but you never can tell. Okay, anyway, let's just jump right into this. Okay, here's the photo right here. Again, we have 2 stitched photos. You can see the line here. Now, this is misaligned, and let me show you what I'm talking about. See this like rock right here? You can see these 2 rocks. Well, there's a rock, and then there's a rock. This is supposed to be right here on top of this one where it lines up perfectly. The problem with it is, I think it's at a slightly different angle, and of course, they either zoomed in or zoomed out. Now, I tried to match this, and I get pretty close. And the reason why I wanted to do that was because at the top, you can see this area right here, and this area right here is the same. What we need to do is put it so it lines up properly. As I'm looking at this photo, I'm saying, okay, it looks pretty clean, just rocks and stuff like that. But I see this lighter colored object right here. Now I'm thinking to myself, okay, what the heck could this possibly be? This right here. It literally looks like it does this, has like 2 different appendages, like leg type things, come down. Appears to come down. It looks like it's wider than that, too. It looks like it does this here. Whatever this thing is, I don't even know what to make of this, folks. I can only speculate as to what it is. It doesn't look like a rock to me. So, kept moving over here to the left. Right, found some more interesting things. See these lighted areas right here? We're going to make this brighter, try to pull out whatever's in these photos here. Doesn't look like much of anything. You'd say, well, I'm really not seeing anything. And you'd be correct. That's the whole idea of them doing the photos the way they do. Here. And over here, notice this area right here where it looks like there's almost like this flat area, right? Well, let's have a look. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring up that object right off the bat, put it in the middle of the screen, have a closer look. Okay. Again, folks, there's this object here. But now have a look just at the top of that, right here. Look at the shape of this. This is what people have to understand. It's not just a whited area. What it is it has this weird arch type thing too. Goes behind something, comes back out. See that? Slide over to the right, see if there's anything here. Looks like another bits and pieces of it. There appears to be something right here as well. And we'll bring that all out in a second. Not sure what to make of this stuff at all, folks, at this point. Here. And of course, like I said, here. Okay, let's do some enhancements and figure out what this stuff is. I'm going to do the main area first. The whole photo. There's another part just popped in. Again, whited area. Try to bring out as much as we can. Notice this piece right here. Now, this object, whatever it is. Again, anything that's white, we're going to try to pop it out. Okay? Not sure. Folks, I'm going to tell you right now, this background area here, all that is white above this ridge, there's something much more there. I think there's larger items, whatever they may be. It might be structures. It might be other things like we're seeing here, like parts of, right? Keep going. See these weird looking objects on the ridge here. 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 I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you folks in a second. All of this right here. Just some things look like either pieces of metal, just weird things. Now, some could actually be rocks, of course. This item's right here. I think there's multiple things. I'm not sure. But what are these things, folks? Right there. I'm going to go all the way back to the other side. Here's that object or whatever this piece is here. That's all this stuff is, folks. Just censoring. They're trying to hide what's really in this photo. Or in these photos. Could be any. I'm just generalizing. Photos, period, right? So let's go ahead and keep going. Trying to go darker here underneath. See if we can pull any other shapes out. More detail. Now I'm going to zoom into this area here. See this? Even looks like there's something right here. I'm not sure what to make of that. Slide it on over. Like I said, there's like bits and pieces in here. You don't see like a whole object per se, but you see these little bits and pieces of stuff that's just laying on the ground. And all it is just takes a little bit of a burn tool to burn that stuff away, and you can start to see these shapes of these items just come right out. What they are, don't know. It'd be purely speculative at best. Now, then I started to get into the foreground. So what I do is I line this up better here. And it really doesn't matter because the object I'm about to show you is even better. But this area here, you can see this part here is supposed to be pretty much over here. And same thing with these rocks, okay? All right, so let's get into the other photo that I enhanced. Okay. Now, we pretty much have them together, although it's not 100% lined up still, judging by the way they zoomed or they had a slightly different angle, but either way, well, we got it pretty much to work. Now, again, we have these objects here, and you can see that. Go from right to left, and you can see these other parts. Okay. Crazy stuff, folks. This stuff should not be on Mars, that's for sure. It's like bits and pieces of it. The reason why I also wanted to get this together is this area right here. Because we have what looks like this object is doing this. Okay. Not sure what to make of that, but it's there. See that? Now, here's the interesting part. Do you folks see anything here? The lines. I can see the lines. I'm going to try to show you this real quick. And I'm just going to burn this quickly just so you can see this. If you notice right here, before I do that, there is this darker area right here coming down. And it looks like it does this. So that's the darker area. Something's going up like this. You can see it there. Comes back down. Then it looks like something's doing this. ends right here. You can see the white end. Let me show you this real quick. Just going to go over this real quick, folks. This is what I'm saying. This is just with the burn tool, nothing special. Okay, any lines that are in there, we're going to try to burn those out. Okay. Now I'm doing this, like I said, extremely fast. Just trying to show you folks really quick what the heck is in here. But there's actually something else in it that's pretty cool. But you kind of getting the gist of it. What is this thing right here, right? I'm going to back up just a little bit. Yeah, there's something there. Why don't we just bring it out? You can still see it, what I'm talking about. I did this quickly. Now, just to finish it up. See it? Let's do this. You can still see what I'm talking about. Now, what I did was once I got all of the lines out, then I made it brighter just so it would pop more. Here's what's really crazy. Okay, I sharpened up a little bit. Let's go back to this for a second. I don't even know what this thing is. If I was to go sci-fi on you, I would say it's a spacecraft. Some kind of craft. Something that they got around with. I don't know. That would be my guess. Okay. Now, also notice this here. This white piece that comes out does this, and it kind of gets mixed up in all this other jazz down here, but comes down, comes back up. There's actually a circle right here. Not sure what to make of that. See it right there? It's kind of like this darker area, because I am zoomed in quite a bit. Bring it out a little bit. Right there. Okay. Here's what's really crazy. Do you folks also see what looks like a fencing or a netting over that whited piece right here? You have to look really close to see it. Does this. All right. It looks like netting. There's a whole bunch of that right there with those squares, meaning it's like almost like if like a fisherman would use like a giant net type thing. It kind of looks like that, or some kind of gate. I'm not sure what to even make of that, but right here, you can see it. It's not over this part. You can see clearly, you can see this is pretty white right here. This area right here. It's not over that. It's only right here, and it kind of bends down, goes like this here. Okay, and then it's all this whole area here is that with those little squares all over inside there. Is it a manipulation, a centering of sorts? Could very well be. However, it's over this other object. Sharpen up a little bit. You can see it a little bit better right there. Again, this white spot right here, clear of it. Whatever the heck this thing is, it's not natural. That's a fact. Okay, we're going to go back from right to left. This thing looks naturally like it's laying on the ground, like it's like some kind of catastrophe. And now we've always said that Mars met with some kind of catastrophic event, right? We're pretty sure of that, and everybody's saying that. Even the scientists are saying that. And these weird little pieces up here, like, I'm not even sure what to make of these things. Not even sure. Look at this white underneath this. See that? Even if I was to take the sharpness off, this blackness over this, understand we can still see the white underneath it. See that? Back up a little bit. That's what we were trying to do. Bring the whiter pieces out from under if you're censoring. Notice the different sections of this piece and the actual shape. Again, folks, this item, or items, was the first things that caught my eye. This is the reason why I decided to enhance it. Here's the other thing, too. I didn't show you this yet. If we were to go like this. Okay, we brightened it up. Notice the little features right here in this ring. Looks like something sticking out. But right here, there's like little lines type thing going like this here. See it right there? This has a design to it, folks. Here's the other thing, too. If you notice, it literally goes around in a circle. It's like this. You can't see this side because I think it bevels in, like almost like a bowl type thing. It goes in. But let me just bring it in a little bit. See it? All of these little spaces. Here's the other thing you didn't see, probably. Notice this little piece right here. It's actually sticking out of the ground. Watch this. When we do a full enhancement, it's sticking out. It's right there. Notice this other pipe right here. Right there. That one's been turned gray as well, or like a dark grayish, if you will. If we go back to the original, you can't see that. This one, you pretty much can. It's right there. This one sticks out over here. You can see it. See it? Right there. These other parts here to the left of it, clearly this is not natural. This is absolutely mechanical. Try to bring it out. Drag it through the manipulation. All these parts in here. Again, we can see these little designs. This piece here, you can see this pretty darn well. Whatever this thing is here in the back, notice again the shape of it. Okay? Pieces coming down like this here. Going into the manipulation, centering, call it what you will. Just got to look good. I don't, the funny thing is I don't even know what to call this stuff. Again, it'd be nothing but pure speculation anyway. But we can tell the difference between something that looks natural and something that looks mechanical. I think we'd all agree on that. And again, this hidden piece right here. Right there. And also, folks, this piece here I was telling you about earlier. Right here. I don't have to do much to it. Notice how you get these pieces will look like cross pieces here, doing this. See that? Right there. Notice that stuff. It's mechanical. There's no way around this. I think it's awesome. Again, this piece right here. It looks like we have dual pipes right here now, but it's at least one right there. 1 and 2. But you can see these pieces right here. See what they did here? They're trying to go over that with this censoring. It's just crazy how they do this. But they literally did this with this censoring, try to go over everything to try to make everything the same color so you and I do not notice it. But again, we can use a dodge tool, just go over it lightly. If there's anything light underneath that, it tends to bring it out of it. And that's the whole key to it. Again, I can still see this thing pretty darn good if you look at the lines now. Now watch this. I'm going to just go ahead and, again, notice the lines are going to go back and forth. I can see the lines perfect right here. Now this is just freehand, so forgive me if I'm totally botched this up. It's got something right here. I'm not even sure what that is, but anyway, it does this. I can see the difference in texture of the photo. There's something else here. I'm not even sure what that is. It's white. You can see it right here. Anyway, it drops down right here, goes straight across. You can see that. It looks like a junk pile of stuff. That's the best way I can put it. This is all dark. This piece right here. And then whatever this is, I can see the line right here going like this. Is that fence type thing or whatever that is, some kind of grate or something? See that? I'm going to go back and forth. So you can't see this piece really well until you actually start to bring it out. But there you go. And folks, it looks natural, like it's the way it should be. In other words, if you've seen some major catastrophic event, just stuff hurled everywhere, thrown in pieces, just thrown around, again, I don't believe this at all in the background is natural at all. I believe that's just something they put over, just a complete centering in the background, so you don't see the rest of what's really here. Back out of this, give you the whole picture. Again, folks, check that out. And just so we can get a perspective of where the rover is, right here in the lower right corner, this thing was driving up there, just looking at all the stuff here, and you can see it. And the thing, folks, with the wheels the way they are, whether it's Perseverance, which would be in better shape, of course, but as far as Curiosity, if it was it would have problems going over this. They don't want to take the chance of getting stuck on anything that's in the ground. So again, perspective is everything. Lower right corner. And you can see the distance from that wheel of the rover all the way over to that other piece. What looks like some kind of weird craft or something, whatever that thing may be. Maybe it's a machine. I don't know. Again, pure speculation. And we have all of these items on the ridge. I see a junk pile. That's what I see. But there you go, folks. Folks, every time we look at these photos, we see some remnants of some kind of catastrophic event. Is it something they did to themselves? Something we did to them? It's like every time you look around, you see parts of something or things buried or things that are whole, like what looks like that weird craft or whatever that thing is on the surface. What is it? But it looks like, if you look at the other parts in the background on the ridge, you see this thing kind of dilapidated, just laying there on top of something else. It fits, you know what I mean? Now, what these things are, haven't got a clue. But we know the difference between natural and unnatural, right? Folks, as always, drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Please like and share the video. It is always appreciated. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that YouTube shares it. Folks, got more coming up. And again, we're going to be coming up on the podcast. Just not sure if we're going to do maybe the week, maybe, or on the weekend. You folks let me know what you want to see happen. And we're going to see if we can get that in the schedule and see if we can make that happen again. Anyway, thanks for watching. Always appreciated. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.